Hello everybody and welcome to the Sovereign Village Project. This is the official announcement. We did a video about this a while back, but it is finally actually for real happening, which is the Back to the Land Festival. We've been very hard at work confirming all that, confirming a site and insurance and vendors and of course incredible speakers. And we are green-lighted and ready to go and announce this festival. What are the dates?
October 15th through the 17th.
So let me tell you about the vision of the festival, and then Gabby will go into more of the details. She's a lot better at that than I. The vision of this festival was to create a real physical gathering space for the community that has developed on YouTube. Not just on our channel, channels like Living Free in Tennessee, Permapastures Farm. There are so many people who truly want to get serious about becoming self-sufficient and regenerative on the land. And there's a movement to really make it happen, and we wanted to give that movement a place to live, and a place where people can make connections with like-minded people and then go out and build these communities and these networks and start creating real regeneration in America. And so we decided the Back to the Land Festival was the best way that we could make that happen. And it's kind of a mixture between a festival and a conference. It's of course got all the normal homesteading conference things. There's going to be hands-on and hands-off. There's going to be workshops, speeches, and all sorts of events and demonstrations. But what makes it different is it's also focused on being a gathering space, and at the end we're going to have like an exercise where people go meet people from their area, their physical area, you know, whether that's Tennessee or Alabama or Middle Tennessee versus East Tennessee, you know, get people into groups where they can meet the like-minded people and then set out action plans to go make all of the things happen that we want to happen. The regenerative homesteads and communities and plant swaps and places to do trade, and start building these connections for this really better way of living that we all want to build. We want to really make this happen. And so that's what the Back to the Land Festival is. So what are all the details, Gabby?
Alright, so like I mentioned earlier, it's going to take place October 15th through the 17th. It'll be in Middle Tennessee, so Hickman County. We'll be at Nokomi Camp and Retreat Center for Friday and Saturday. Friday is just a night event. It'll be more entertainment, which obviously is his purview. So he'll be handling some music, and then we'll have Billy from Permapastures Farm. He's going to bring a pig. We're going to learn how to, you know, butcher it, and then we're going to actually eat it together as a meal and share a meal together. And that'll just kind of kick off the event. It'll be really, you know, low-key, just everyone
basically a meet and greet with really amazing food. Yeah,
with a potluck too, so everyone's welcome to bring a side dish, or you know, whatever you want to with you. So just kind of your usual down-home potluck dinner. And then Saturday is going to be really the jam-packed day. So if you can't attend any other day, Saturday is the day to go to. So Saturday we will have all of our speakers. So we'll have Matt, obviously, coming in and doing a speech. We'll have, I'll be answering marketing questions, so doing a marketing Q&A for marketing your homestead. Not
just big farms, but also for homesteaders who really want to market like things at a small scale.
Yeah. And then we'll have people like Billy's going to be doing a couple of presentations. We've got his son William teaching us about compost.
I'm excited for the compost one.
Yeah, that'll be great. He's very good at that. We watched him do it when we went out to their farm too, so that was really cool. And then we'll have also Nicole Sauce from Living Free in Tennessee, so we're really excited to have her out. She's done a lot of her own events on her own homestead, so she's going to be talking about seasonal eating and pantry management for homesteaders, so that'll be fun. And then we have a lot of other speakers that we're still, you know, finalizing the details on, but Saturday will be that speaker demonstration big day there, and that's again going to be at Nokomi. And then also, if you do have children and you want to bring them, Saturday is a great day to do that, because we, at the camp that we are hosting this event, we actually have someone who's going to come and take them through some exercises, some activities, some fun, you know, camp
I think it's archery
things, and archery is going to be the big one that we suggested and recommended. So they're going to guide your kids through that. So if you want to have some time where you don't have to necessarily be watching your kids during this, that'll be a great option for parents who have to have their kids with them.
There will also be vendors there, but very few vendors. We're not going to be having vendors with trinkets and things to sell. We're trying to find people who are actually selling things of real value to the homesteader community. So we're talking to some folks that may be able to bring meal prep kits, which is like a month's worth of food that they're sourcing as regeneratively as possible. And another one who does like leather works, and we're looking for like kind of handcraft artisan types folks. So that should be really cool too.
Yeah, and even like Nicole with Living Free in Tennessee, she actually has a coffee company, so she's gonna be selling some of her stuff there too, so that'll be cool. But that's Saturday, and we do have a kids ticket too, so the kids ticket is cheaper than the adults ticket, obviously.
So tickets, by the way, tickets and money and all of that stuff, the awkward money conversation. We did not have the advantage of having a giant 300-acre farm we could use for this thing, so we had to use a campground, which was pretty expensive. Insurances have been pretty expensive, so we've agonized to push this ticket price down as low as we can, and then also tried to add as much value as we can. So there's actually another meal on Saturday, a lunch, so nobody has to leave, so we can just relax with each other, because that's the whole point, is we're supposed to network with each other and build community. So instead of everyone leaving the festival or the conference for lunch, we're going to have lunch on site. So we'll have an on-site lunch. We've got the farm to table. We're working on maybe a dinner one. There's a few things you'll notice are not quite confirmed. We're still nailing down details. We just want to make this happen as soon as possible, because mid-October is real soon.
But yeah, we're trying
there'll
to
be at least 2 meals.
Yeah, trying to take care of as many meals as possible, and make it just really simple for you all. And also, if you're planning to stay the whole weekend, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that would be 2 nights, Friday, Saturday. We did on the website, which we should have mentioned a lot earlier, but the website will be also in the description below. But backtothelandfestival.com. If you go there, you'll be able to see all the hotels, all the campgrounds, all the RV sites in our area, and luckily we're in an area that is, you know, not too far outside of Nashville, so, and it's also really recreation heavy, so there's a lot of those places available. So a lot of cheap options for staying overnight if you decide to stay all 3 days of the festival. But then let me quickly go over Sunday, which we're really excited about. That's another thing we had to kind of nail details on, but we're going to be doing a community service project, which will also serve as a class on creating an instant garden. So we're going to be creating an instant garden for a church that's just down the road from us, and they're going to use it to serve people in their congregation who need it, and also just to serve other people in the community. And so we're really excited about that, and I just want to make sure everyone knows that it is not mandatory at all to come to all 3 days. No. We just felt like we wanted to include all of these components because we think they're really important to the whole networking aspect and community building aspect. But you definitely don't have to attend all days, but all 3 days are included in the ticket price. So you don't have to pay like that ticket price every single day. You just get access to all 3 days with that ticket price. So that's what we think is kind of
compelling. Speaking of ticket price, also what we're going to do with profits, some of it we will set aside for next year's festival, and then the rest will go into projects like the community garden for the church. One of our pet projects right now is the Community Garden Church Association. We're working on getting a nonprofit going that will basically encourage churches and schools and parks and any kind of entity, but we're focusing on churches, getting churches to take all of that unused space they have and turn it into gardens. So that Sunday project is going to be like our flagship project. We've done some other community garden work here in the community, but we haven't done a church yet. And so this is like really exciting for us to do that and then direct some funds towards doing that in more churches, because we want to make an example of our community and then make content out of that and then show the world like, hey, all you churches should be serving your community with gardens and by making real nutritive food and creating healthy activities for families. What is the ticket price? The big scary number.
Oh, so for adults it's $59
for 3 days.
And then for 3 days, and then for kids $29. I think is what we landed on.
And
so
we were trying to go as cheap as we possibly could, but the things we had to include, like the meals and the insurance and stuff, have got to about $59. But like 3 days, $20 per day with meals and all of that. You know, even me, as cheap as I would pay it. But also, I think what people are gonna come away from this festival is an action plan. They're gonna come up with connections to their community and people who want to live like it's. I think it will be life changing for us, and I think it will be life changing for other people.
Oh, and another thing we should have mentioned earlier is that there's only 175 tickets.
Oh yeah,
so
this is very small.
That's what also lends to the networking aspect of it. It's not going to be like this huge conference where you don't get any FaceTime with the people that you want to talk to. You know, you're there to see the speakers, you want to have FaceTime with them. So you will have FaceTime with Billy, you will have FaceTime with Matt, you will have FaceTime with me, or anyone you want to talk to, or anyone you have, or Nicole, anyone that you have questions about. You will get that FaceTime with us. And then also, you know, you won't just be like another face in the crowd. Like, you will develop really good relationships with the people around you, and we're gonna actually build in activities into that Saturday event so that you do actually follow through with that sort of stuff. Because if you're anything like Matt and I, we're kind of introverted, so when we get into big situations, we don't usually like go out of our way, but we're gonna make you, and so and so it should be really good. It should be really fun.
I think it'll be an amazing experience for us all. If there's somebody who absolutely just financially cannot come up with that, let us know. We'll see if there's like a volunteer thing we can do or something like that.
Reach out to us at,
I hate even talking about money, and I hate charging for it, but you know, maybe this time next year we'll have access to a big giant farm, and suddenly we don't have that payment. But this facility we got has like creeks and rivers and lakes. It's a campground.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Like a getaway.
It is basically. I would see this
like
as a vacation.
Yeah.
That's all we do for vacations anymore, is we go to things like this and classes and stuff, and it will be that. And Hickman County is a great place to explore. There's rivers to kayak. There's campgrounds. There's the Natchez Trace. Nashville's an hour away.
Yeah. So even if you only wanted to come Saturday and spend Sunday, you know, doing something fun, aside from the project, because actually we'll wrap up by 11 on Sunday, so you'll have the whole afternoon. You can do whatever you want. There's so much more to explore in this area, so we'll definitely send more information to people who sign up. We'll send a lot of information about things you can do while you're in the area, so that'll be another added thing.
I think that's it. I think we covered it all. We're going to make a lot of videos about it, because this festival is like key to a lot of things we're trying to accomplish. We really want to take the Sovereign Village Project idea off the internet and bring it to real life. Yeah, we really want to make this happen. And Sovereign Village Project, the idea of it is not to make one community. It's to figure out how to build resilient, regenerative, sustainable, independent communities everywhere, all over the country and the world. And so hopefully this is the start of something much bigger in the Catalyst. And hopefully everyone that wants to be a part of it can be a part of it. And we hope to see you all there. In the meantime, stay safe, be well, and happy homesteading.